All right, thank you so much for watching Kiss 100 online. My name is Kalandu Mosimi, and as always, we give you exclusives. And today, all the way from Rwanda, Meddy. Mambo.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm very fine. You're looking nice.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. I don't get that a lot. Eh?
Really?
It's a pleasure for me.
Your third time now in Kenya. What is that special thing with Kenyans? What do you see? Something unique from Kenya you've not seen from Rwanda or anywhere else?
Yeah, there's something about Kenya that makes you want to come every other month or something. So, I guess I'm kind of connecting with Kenya more than before. So, they should expect me to be around here for a good time. Yeah.
This time round, what brings you into the country?
Yeah, I hosted a party at a big club, and then I was doing some media tour, and then I'm working with a few artists here and there in Kenya, so it's pretty exciting.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's quite exciting because you've said you're working with few artists. We want to know, who are these few artists?
The ones that are really loved here in Kenya, but I just never really put their name out there. I want it to be a surprise. I want it to be like people just gonna be like, oh my god, you know. So, but trust me, it's gonna be a very interesting project.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you guys should wait for collabos from Meddy. Now, you are like a hit maker here in Kenya, and I want to talk about two of your good songs, Slowly and Holy Spirit.
You make me fall in love, darling, darling.
Let's start with Slowly. Take me through the making of this amazing song.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. I always find it hard to explain, but I would try to say maybe it's just sometimes you just think of a song you want to do like that kind of fits in your community and attract like people from outside. I think it was in that way I tried to make Slowly. So it's there's Caribbean style, there's a little bit Afrobeat, there's a little touch of R&B. So it was really my plan to just let me see if I can do something that can really touch everybody's heart, East African wise. Yeah.
Was it like an experience you were in love at that particular time?
Not really, not necessarily, but I've always been writing love songs and everything. So at this point, I guess I'm a little bit comfortable. But of course, there's a few things that kind of influence your writings or inspire you to write. So I'd say Slowly has a part of a bit of my story here and there. So that's what I would say. Yeah.
And 16 million is no joke, right, on YouTube.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And of course, also the song Holy Spirit, quite a nice worship song. Also, take me through the making of this amazing song.
Holy Spirit was actually a very interesting song because I wrote it I was really going through a rough time in my life. It's and it kind of came just like that. And I was just trying to see if I can write a song that's not just like a gospel song, that just people think it's a song you just play there and sit there. It's just like a song I wanted to write that really kind of touches people's heart and that people really feel related to. Because we all have those times in life where we feel like everything is just rough, nothing's working, and you start praying and seeking God and everything. I don't want to preach here, but yeah.
It's all right.
So it's pretty much a very true story and deep, and it's always gonna be like a part of me. Yeah.
You mentioned you were going through something in your life. Would you paint to us, to your fans, what kind of challenges you are going through at that particular moment?
Yeah, it's when you are expecting things to go your way and they're not going your way. Yeah. Especially even not only in my musical career or my normal life, you know. You just do everything looks like just not working for you, you know. Everything you're expecting to work out is not working out. Your family's going through some hard times. Your friends are really struggling with some other things. You're struggling with many things in life. So it's a bit of a mixture of everything together. Yeah.
Are there any specific Kenyan artists you're in love with their music?
It's not even one or two or three, because I followed Kenyan music since I was younger, from the time where it was Ogopa Dj to now, you know. So I would say Kenyan music, led the music in East Africa for a while, you know. So it's a very significant moment for me to actually be in Kenya and trying to be working with these artists because like they've been really always been like an inspiring story for me. So there's many, there's Otile, Nyashinski, Willy, Otile Brown, just name it, and it's just a lot of musicians out there that are really doing good. Yeah.
You're also collaborating with Tanzanians as well?
Yes, I've already started working with them already. So hopefully this thing becomes bigger. Yeah.
How can you compare East African music to the rest of the continent?
The East African music is booming right now, for sure, and we see it in different corners. And it's about time we start working together to actually shine together, you know what I mean? So we are not like big countries, so we have to really be one for us to achieve bigger things. Yeah.
And of course, I must ask you this question. There's this particular song, it's really quite hard to pronounce. Ntawa. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a love song, right?
So yeah, it's definitely a love song.
Now I'm a Simboda. Now I'm a Simboda.
I love the way it starts with the...
Type of beat, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, you know, the video vixen.
Yeah.
Is that your girlfriend, your fiancé?
That's my girlfriend. That's my girlfriend, but at that time we were not dating yet. So it came after the video. Yeah.
I see. Are you seeing yourself settling in future in it?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I mean that's everybody's wish, but you just never know when and how it's gonna happen. But you can see like we all have hope that it's gonna work out perfect and achieve what we want to achieve. So like if God helps me, I would love to actually settle too.
I'm actually asking you because women love you. And what would you say are your preferences in, you know, the girl you date?
Yeah, I think to me it's more like inner beauty than outside beauty. Yeah. I understand like it's something inevitable. Like for a woman, if you're beautiful, you're beautiful. Like we all notice that. But I think there's something special about someone that's really caring, humble in their heart, like hard worker, character, you know. So I think that's to me that's sexy. Yeah.
Okay, you've had, but anyway, he's taken. But listen, we've seen some of the highlights of your career and your life. Then what is one moment you can say was one of your lowest moments?
I would say my first concert ever when I was 19. I had my first concert when I was 19 in Rwanda. So I'd say that was when I realized everything was possible. You know, I was only 19. I had only put out 2-3 songs, but I had like a whole stadium full at 19. You know, and it was just like 1 year after I had started doing my own song. So I think that moment I realized, you know what, you really can achieve everything you want in life. Yeah. So now that moment goes with me everywhere I go. I'm just thinking where I came from, and I have hope for anything I wish to be in my life and will happen to my life. Yeah.
That's a high moment.
Yeah.
Then, do you have any embarrassing moment?
Of course. Not even 1 or 2 or 3.
Would you give us a scenario, like one moment you've had that was embarrassing?
Yeah, I once had a show in Rwanda. It was when I had those 2 songs out, and to me, I thought I was there already. You know, I thought, you know, but I learned something. Yeah, there's people loving your songs, and there's people loving you as a person. So, like at that time, I thought maybe if people love your song, they love you. So I thought if you have 2 good songs doing good in the country, you could have actually a big concert. You know, and I shocked myself. It was like a club. There was literally, I think, maximum 10 people. And at that moment, I was like, oh man, I don't know if I want to do this, you know? So it took me a while to actually go from there to keep doing music, you know? Because I felt like there was like, oh man, I don't think this is going to work, man. Yeah. So it was like one of my moments. I was like, I went home, literally, I took, is it Bajaj? Yeah, you call it here? Yeah.
Piki,
yeah, Boda Boda, yeah. I went home and I was like, man, I don't know if this is a good idea. Yeah. So it's like I kept struggling with that, but somehow after 1 year, I had a whole stadium packed, a whole stadium. We're talking about probably like 5,000 people or something. So we went from having 10 people in actually a concert to 5,000. And I was like, okay, I guess this is worth it, you know? Yeah.
'Cause everything is possible.
Everything is very possible. It's up to you. It's really up to the person. Yeah.
Here in Kenya, would say ulijua hujui. Yeah, like we tell people utajua hujui, like at that particular moment ulijua hujui. Anyway, as we wind up, what is that peace message you want to give to people across the continent, especially now that there are xenophobic attacks in South Africa and part of Africa?
Yeah, to be honest, it was very shocking. I even posted it on my social media. It's a very crazy and unhuman way to react to strangers in your country. I've seen so many videos, like I didn't have anything to say. It was too much, you know. At some point I stopped watching it because it was making me actually not even have a right mind, yeah. So I would say we are one, you know, for sure we are one. Like, forget about Kenya, Rwanda, South Africa, Uganda. Like, if you look at us, we're all Africans, you know. And the most important part, we all bleed red, for sure. So, like, I just think it's time we consider, like, everybody's opinion, everybody's race, everybody's tribe, you know what I mean? Because we're all human. And I believe in karma, you know. Maybe not in this life, or maybe in the next, but somehow just know whatever you're doing, there's a higher power, there's a higher God that's looking at you. Yeah.
Meddy, lastly, what do you want to be remembered for?
I always tell my friends, or my young friends, I tell them, don't just do music to make people dance, but do music that people always remember, you know. It doesn't have to play on the radio, but every time you're going to hear the song, you're going to remember, this moment, you know what I mean? So it's good to do something that stays in people's heart, that just go through the ears and, you know, hear it again. Yeah.
Asante sana, Meddy.
Asante sana.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for these and more exclusive interviews and stories. Do log on to kiss100.co.ke. My name is Kalandu Musimi.